Ukraine sends troops to Russian border amid fears of an invasion.
This post received a score of 35,207, with an upvote ratio of 94%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Putin will be hitting that "justify war" button pretty soon then.
Russia, justifying war against Ukraine, with the "conquer" casus belli. Plus 34% world tension.
The aggressive expansion Russia will get will be crazy, pretty sure a coalition will be formed.
Might spark Germany to choose that Europe as one national focus.
That worked well last time.
This isn't last time.
Right, but there are also reasons on top of reasons on top of reasons why even though it's not last time the people in other countries still don't want this. There's a lot of bad blood in Europe as far as neighbors go, which is partially why I was always so impressed with the EU, but I personally know many hardliners that can be swayed to the benefits of the Eurozone while still giving a hard no to actual unification.
I think we accidentally went from a EUIV refence back to meaningful discussion. I think we fucked up, guys.
Imagine facing years in prison for being in an area quite literally seized from you. It would be like your neighbor throwing you in jail for being in your garden, because he wants it to be his garden.
Except your neighbor has a gun and you don't.
Well, you have a gun but he has a nuclear missile. That you gave to him if he pinky promised not to use it against you in the future.
And not to mess with your garden too.
This makes it clear that any nation-state who wants to survive would never give up nukes.
Hence the North Korea situation. They saw what happened to Libya and Iraq.
They must have watched the History Channel and realized that if the US and Russia are one-upping each other to have the most nukes, it logically stands that having any nukes is a distinct advantage over no nukes, even if you can't compete with the US and Russia. So when we say no, you shouldn't have nukes and then fail to protect you, we set a bad example of why you maybe should have nukes.
And they got petunias in their garden.
Now they got petunias in their garden.
This is taking a turn for the worse. Hope it doesn't escalate, but I'm holding my hopes up.
I'm leaning to believe it's just big dick posturing and waving, but who knows these days. The U.S. current president is weaker than FDR's knees when it comes to taking stances against Russia or dictators in general, so don't expect much from the other side of the Atlantic.
I agree that Trump is extremely weak on Russia, but it's not like the US took any significant steps to stop Putin from taking Crimea, or when his sympathizers took eastern Ukraine, or when his forces shot an airline full of European civilians out of the sky. It's been very apparent for years that Ukraine is essentially on its own and that they're going to lose more of their territory.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.